Mm. Let me pause it here for the bridge. From that bracket CPU overloaded, I can tell that this track almost destroyed his hardware, his software texture, thickness of it. Pause. And the thickness of it. Damn, it's fucking amazing. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of It's About Deep with the one and only The Deep is over here. Welcome back, guys. It's been a while, to the house hits. It's been a while, but we're back and we're ready to kickstart and be groovy and facilitate everything. For today's episode, since the deep house spectrum has been growing largely, it's been producing so many outstanding producers in the last couple of years. And the one that stood out for me because his sound is so unique in so many levels that I have to express gratitude to him and his production. So for today's video, we're going to be deep diving and reviewing the one and only Vince deDJ, or Vince the DJ. I pronunciation, please don't come for me for pronunciation. Sometimes I'm bad. I know I'm bad, but Vince the DJ is the person whom we'll be reviewing and dissecting today. Part of an EP that he released. I think it was back in January, if not last year, titled Just Me EP by Vince. Track that we're gonna be deep diving into is a track called Hidden Content 2.0. Hidden Content 2.0 brackets CPU overloaded. From that bracket CPU overloaded, I can tell that this track almost destroyed his hardware, his software, his production material, because especially his computer, because CPU overload. See, when I tell you about this track, I even wrote down. Just hold on a sec. Now we working. We working. This pen and this book. Hey, it's got so many things that you do not understand. We take this music thing very, very, very serious. Sorry about that. So when I tell you about the song, I know usually the Let's Go Deep podcast is about deep. We focus on three formulas or formulas, whatever term that fits best. We focus on foundation, which when we speak about foundation, we speak about the beat structure, the oomphy bits, the bass, the drums, the kick, the claps. Focus on those aspects because they are relevant. And then when we speak about melody, chord progression, we speak about the layering, the different chords, notes that are introduced to continue and build the structure of the song. And then lastly, when we speak about the bridge, we speak about the atmosphere, the emotions enriched within the bridge, what the producer is trying to do, what message or what factor is evoked from the bridge. There's a lot of countless things that we mentioned. But now we're going to four things. Now we'll be focusing on the foundation, chord progression, melody chord, bridge. Those are the four components. I know melody chord progression is saying the same thing, but you'll get what I mean. So deep diving into this track, Hidden Content 2.0 by Vince the DJ. I can tell you now that from the foundation, he constructed a foundation that is smooth and rough in texture. What do I mean by that? Hear me out. So he constructed it by means of it's your basic simple, not basic simple, but it's your structured format of like a normal introduction to a deep house track where you just hear the kick and the claps and the hi-hats going in sync, building up. But when I say it's smooth and rough, it's because of that basic kick that is established there. That basic kick within the foundation brings out about a fucking roughness towards it, like a raw roughness towards it, where it's a smooth texture, but then it compiles roughness towards it that just elevates the whole foundation. Moving into the chord progression. So there's this musical term that I recently learned about, which is dynamic. And dynamic plays a huge role within Vince's production. What is dynamic? Hopefully, I will remember to put it up here. Dynamic refers to the increase in volume, the volume intensity. Like in terms of part of a song, songs are structured, a song, 5 minute, whatever, is structured to have a specific moment because you can't be going and above in the same volume, depending on the song or the type of song you're producing. But in this instance, dynamic within this track is a very, very intense factor to consider within Vince's production. How so? So for Vince in this track, Hidden Concert, when you're going to the chord progression, he creates a movement that is overlaid on top of elements. And this movement that is overlaid, there are so many unique elements, but there's one that stands out. It sounds like a vocal note, if I'm not mistaken. Like if you will hear, it gives off this vocal note vibe where it alone, I tell you not, if he were to take off that chord, the whole shebang, the whole music won't go anywhere. And because of that, it is the factor that contributes to the whole construction of the song. Because the layering of notes, the way he incorporates his chord progression, and the different notes that are laid about, it's so unique because it contributes to the dynamic. He's a person who believes fully on dynamic because the song's volume intensifies and increases every time, changing and giving a different movement, a different feeling towards it, going into the emotion of the song, which is the melody, which it leaves this specific emotion that I can't dissect in words. This specific emotion is like putting in all the hard work and putting in all the hard work and feeling the pain that you're going through during that moment when you put in so much hard work and it doesn't pay off. But eventually it delivers. It brings about a sense of calmingness. It brings about a sense of enrichment within you, seeing that your hard work pays off. Like those are many of the component, but let's just listen to the fucking track and you tell me and we dissect it, because so much, man. Vince is a very, very amazing producer who is embarking on his own mark. There's nothing I love more than producers going about in their own mark, creating their own sound where him and him alone can replicate the sound that they make. Because it's unique, it's always beautiful to find the pattern of what you're working with and just enhance it even more. Because his skills, they enhance each and every time. This is going to be a long video. It's been a while, but let's have a listen. Vince, Hidden Content. Take us over. This is the chord that I'm telling you guys about. That it sounds like a vocal. Just listen to it consciously and you'll hear what I mean because it elevates everything. Let me pause it here for the bridge. Now let's go for it. Let's dissect it. We listen consciously. Now let's deliver. So as I told you guys, the beautiful aspect about Vince's production is his layering. For me, to be quite honest, it's his layering. It's not nothing's more beautiful in a production of music, especially deep house, when you can lay so many different elements on top of each other. Where fuck, I forgot this musical term. They despair. They do this function which they despair. Fuck, I forgot this beautiful musical term. But there's nothing beautiful like overlaying so much elements and then creating a harmony that is cohered or in cohesion with each other, where one note can sound so different and it can sound so off key, but in an all aspect they are in key as one. And that's the beauty about Vince. He does this thing of overlaying so much elements, so much notes, so much chords into one unit that drives forward into a beautiful production such as Hidden Content 2.0. Hidden Content 2.0, 2.0 is just one of the many beautiful productions that he made. There's this one that took a bang within Deep House in the beginning of the year, Equilibrium, part of the Impulse EP. That one, you can't be producing music in such a beautiful manner, dog. Like it's so beautiful and enriching to hear that we are pleasured to witness this. And it goes back to the emotions accommodated with this song, because I told you the emotion or the melody emotion that is evoked from the entire rhythm of the song and the construction of the song is starting from the bottom and building up and building up and building up. You have your downfalls, you have your upfalls, you have everything, but you're going somewhere and your path is directed to you. And that's just one of the many aspects of beautiful production in deep house. Now let's go to the bridge. I told you guys the dynamic it increases as the volume goes, as it intensifies the dynamic volume of the song. It intensifies as the song flows forward. We were introduced to one component where it was traveling in a specific structure, and then all of a sudden it changed into this even more high P movement grooveness within it. Let's listen to the bridge. Listen consciously, and you'll hear the emotional texture of this. Hear that vocal note taking its role. Hear those overlayings also having its role. But hear the beautiful free play, because a bridge of a song is a beautiful free play that artists allow themselves to express their emotions. And with this one, I kid you not, I blag you with the best one here. Listen to the atmosphere, listen to the space, listen to the texture, the the many beautiful elements evoked from this. And you'll hear texture, thickness of it, pause. The thickness of it, it's fucking amazing. Let's go. Damn, that's you heard that. You heard that. You heard it itself. The build up, the the playing around, adding the synthesizer and the drop back, the drop. The build up was so nice because you expected that it's overflowing and something of differentness is coming. And then it just came back to a normal stance. And then he played around with the reverb of that out outrageous note that was playing there. That dun 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 dun, and then he dropped it and dropped it. Damn, brother Vince, thank you for a beautiful production, man. Keep on pushing, keep on doing who you are, man, and it's paying off. It's making a huge mark in the deep house space, and we much appreciate every bit of it. You know, this has been your boy, the Let's Go Deep podcast about deep with the one and only, the deepest. Tune in for the next one. It's gonna be a special one. My brother SVGT, SVGT M8 released a dope track on the 30th of September, and we're gonna check it out and get an exclusive interview from him. So it's your boy signing out, the one and only the deepest. We out.